It is October 9th, 2025. It's approximately 9:16 a.m. on that eastern side. But we done flipped them poles, so it might be western. I don't know, but I'm Damika, and it's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth, baby. All right, so first off, let me just say, I hope you all are having an amazing, mysterious journey, okay? One thing that I like to keep in mind during my journey is accepting all of me. What I'm noticing is the last battle, or the battle within, is the hardest battle. Is battling yourself and allowing yourself to feel whatever pain, whatever joy, whatever sadness, feel whatever emotions are coming to you, allow it to be, and then allow it to flow on through. On this journey, that's what I've been doing, figuring out who I am, not who everybody else wants me to be, or not who I want to be for everyone else. All right, so welcome. We are going to get into some tarot, but before we do, I said it's October 9th. We got a big game tonight. All right, so shout out to the Eagles. Had to represent Philly. Philly, where I am landed. That's where I landed. I ain't from there, but I landed there. All right, so I'm also the author and creator of hashtag ReVerseTheNegatiVe, the book. And this is that's me, Damika. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read a passage out of my book, which I call the Bible, and then we're going to go ahead and get started into some tarot. All right, hopefully you all, again, have been having what's called your journey, not no one else's, okay? So this was a random thought that I put in here, a random thought, and this is called Belief is Power. Belief is power. As believers, we win because we're not afraid to lose. Change the game, know when to sleep, learn while we party, save while we spend, and live like we dream. Us believers don't need money because we are wealthy. We don't make excuses, especially if we are wrong, and we don't have a problem showing how we won. Gloating is unnecessary. All right, so that is the passage for today. Belief is power. Okay, belief is absolute power. Believe in yourself and believe in your dreams. Don't throw too many of them up there, right? Focus on one if you can. If you can focus on more, hey, kudos to you. On my journey, I'm learning to focus on one thing at a time and not put too much pressure on myself. All right. It's time for some tarot. You already know. So let's get into some tarot. Before we do that, let's welcome in these energies, these life forms, these spirits, right? Let's welcome them all in. Whatever form they come in, let's welcome them in and allow them to express themselves through this journey. This is absolutely for educational and entertainment purposes, okay? Don't take anything personal. Woo, I had to take a break and learn that myself. Stay in your own lane, whatever lane that may be. Stay in your own lane and stay motivated and consistent on whatever journey you are on. All right, it's not always going to be uplifting like this. And behind the camera, a lot of us are in worse situations than what we put on in front of this camera. All right, so let's go ahead and welcome in these energies. Remember, be the best authentic self that you can be. Right, always go within. Close your eyes and go within and ask yourself the most ultimate question you want, and allow that answer to be delivered to you. And sometimes it's not right then and there. Sometimes we got a little work that we got to do so it can be cleared, so that answer could come directly to us. But don't worry, that answer is there. And your higher being, your ancestral lineage, okay, your ancestral bloodline, your cosmic beings, the mysterious unknown, the spirits, your God, your universe, whatever, is all backing you up. Consciousness is all here for us to grasp at it. All right, let's welcome them on in, babies. All right. Yes, at this time we welcome all energies and life forms. All energies and life forms are welcome to come on and express your truth, whether it's entertainment or educational purposes. Come on in and express what you want us to know, look out for, be aware of. Just come on in, all right? So we are going to go ahead and tap into the community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws, okay? We're going to pull 13 of them bad boys out. All right. Remember to have your notebook, your pens available. Always have your notebook and your pens available, and be taking notes not only on this, but take notes on everything in your life that's relevant to you. Even if you think it's irrelevant, write it down. Write that thing on down. You know what I mean? Write it down, and later on it'll come to you. I don't know how many books or composition books or notebooks I've opened up, and I'm like, dang, yo, this is very imperative that I get this out now, or that I work on this now. Okay, your higher self is always sending us some type of code or some type of clue to get through whatever we want to get through. And even if you're on social media, watch out for that algorithm. Only look at videos that is uplifting you and telling you what you should be doing in your life. So let's get to the bottom of the community helpers. All right, the bottom of the community helpers is coming in strong already. It says, they set you up, but they regret that shit. Okay? They set you up, but they regret it, baby. They regret it, okay? So let's get into it. All right, this business, I'm looking at this business is a fraud, okay? This business is a fraud. So they set you up, and they regret that shit. And this business is a fraud. So maybe it's a business that someone was operating, and they set you up, and they regret it. Let's get into it. All right, I'm looking at the stomp dance, the friendship dance, the eagle dance, all right, the war dance, okay, healing practices, shamanism. So it could be a business of shamanism, a healing practice that could be fraud, all right, they'll try to set someone up, but they regret that shit, okay? Or we need to focus on these healing practices, all right? We need to tap into some shamanism, okay, and make it about your journey, all right? Remember, whoever is teaching you, whatever they're teaching you, take your notes and then apply it to yourself. You become the teacher as well, right? All right, so maybe we need to tap into the stomp dance, the friendship dance, the eagle dance, the war dance, okay? Dancing in general, uplift and energize our bodies, all right? I don't give a doggone if you're off beat, if you're on beat, if you're making a beat while you dance. Let's get some dancing into this rhythm, okay? It helps out a lot with healing. All right, so we got Virginia's OLC has over 33,000 social security numbers and trust accounts information, okay? And I know this has a lot to do with the nursing community, nursing home community maybe. Okay, Virginia's OLC has over 33,000 social security numbers and trust account information. Maybe that's a business that is fraud, and they set someone up and they regret it. All right, let's get into it. We got portal number 5 right here. What does it say? Build on, get on in there. It says Code of Federal Regulations, okay? Titles are divided into chapters, which often represent a specific executive agency. GovInfo are one of the websites, and ECFR is another website, okay? To learn a bit more about Code of Federal Regulations, okay? Again, educational and entertainment purposes. Take your notes for yourself. Right? I'll have the information in the description box so that you're able to use resources to build on whatever you need to build on. Right? Here's portal number 6. Congressional members held classified briefings with witnesses behind closed doors. Okay, so they had witnesses that set you up, but they regret that shit, right? And it was behind closed doors, and congressional members held classified briefings. Take it how it resonates in your life, in your world, okay? Portal number 7. Leslie Keene, investigative reporter or author, one of 3 journalists. December 2017. That came on out. Okay, so this is, and it also says one of 3 journalists. So maybe they set these journalists up. Maybe these journalists have something to do with setting someone up, but they regret that shit, okay? Maybe the journalist was bringing to light the businesses that were frauds, and it had to do with shamanism, Social Security, and Congress, and the Code of Federal Regulations. Come on now. Let me get it out. All right, so remember, the first here is they set you up, but they regret that shit, okay? So, tell you how it resonates in your world, right? If it does not apply to you, then maybe you should not be watching this video. If you want to see how the story plays out for entertainment purposes, definitely stay. If it's for educational purposes, if it has something to do with you in any of these tiers, definitely stay. And even if it don't, let's see how it plays out, right? So we got the United States presidents. They're all related and they're all warlocks. That's what came out on this card. Okay, so they set you up, but they regret that shit. Well, maybe they're starting to understand who holds the real power, right? Because when you obtain stolen power, that's false power. And that never really holds, right? It never holds. It holds for a certain amount of time until that true light has to come to light, okay? So the United States presidents, they're all related and they're warlocks, okay? Maybe this journalist brought that to light, Leslie Keene, all right? We got Utah and Connecticut that came out. Utah and Connecticut. Maybe something happened within these states, right, to where someone was actually set up within Utah and Connecticut, right? Or maybe Utah and Connecticut, this state, has something to do with it being a fraud. Take it how it resonates. And Congress members knows about this, whichever way it goes, okay? Okay. Portal number 10. We got Willowbrook Assisted Living. So earlier we went over this right here, right? Virginia's OLC has over 33,000 social security numbers and trust account information. Okay, now we coming up on the tier of Willowbrook Assisted Living. Okay, so could the portals be saying that these businesses are frauds? Maybe we really need to take the time to take care of our own family members. All right, let's see, Willowbrook. We got Lake City, Florida, privately owned. As above, so below. We got fraud, scam, founded in 2000. Okay, that's with a question mark. Karen Brown Wilson, 1970s. Dark Secrets in the Woods. Director of Nursing, Executive Director, Social Security Scams. Okay, get your own notes. Take your own notes. Do your own research. We're opening up these portals together. In fact, I need a little bit of help. If you're still here and you're already 12 minutes in, write in the comments if you've already been doing some type of research within what I've been saying so far. Because what's happening is we're building puzzles, right? And it's going to take all of us to put the pieces of the puzzles together. So I'm doing my part by pulling these portals out. It doesn't necessarily mean that each portal is for one story in general. It could be, and I pulled 13 of the community helpers. At first I pulled 13 of them, right? So it could be 13 different portals for 13 different reasons, but 13 different reasons are reflections for 13 million people. Who knows? You understand what I'm saying? Stick with me though, or don't. So we got 10 portals out currently. Willowbrook Assisted Living was the last one. They set you up, but regret that shit was the first tier, okay? Portal that we opened. Okay, so stick to they set you up, but they regret that shit, okay? That's the first portal that we opened up. Here's portal number 11 is right here. They are on the way. Well, who's on the way? This portal says the police, the government, the CIA, ancestors. Ooh, that's the cosmic mysterious unknown right there. You got the FBI, you got your spirit guides, and you have CPS. Spirit guides. Ooh. Shout out to everyone on here that is moving in the right light. Whether it's the government, whether it's the police, whether it's the CIA, CPS, FBI, element, the P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. We don't give a damn, right? We now realize that we're all spread out for whatever purposes we are. And although we have been under these entities, we are now seeing that we are to move in a certain way because they are on the way. All right, they are on the way, and this is good. This is a good feeling. Let's get to portal number 12 here. Portal number 12. Okay. Well, they are on the way. Could they be on the way for Representative Robert Garcia, who is a Democrat out of California? He is the Oversight and Accountability sub CTME dot. Okay, dot. on national security, the border, and foreign affairs. He's a ranking member of either the House or the Senate, okay? Oversight and accountability, national security, the border, and foreign affairs, okay? So maybe Robert Garcia is in some trouble here. Or maybe Robert Garcia is making stuff be aware. I'm not throwing your name out there. It's just you came up on the portal here, okay? Maybe one of these journalists was bringing light to this. Maybe Robert Garcia got a relationship with the United States president, or don't, right? But in the beginning, they set you up, but they regret that shit. So Robert Garcia, did you set someone up, or did someone set you up? You see how you got to look at the polarity on this? Okay. Could it have happened in Connecticut, in Utah? Right. Let's open up the 13th portal. Here's, well, that thing done fell. Let's see how we pick it up. And it came in the reverse. It's an archon, Astophius. So that job joker said, don't you throw me in here. Demiurge, okay? They set you up, but they regret that shit. Well, the demiurge came in reverse. So maybe the archons within this demiurge whole fantasy are learning their lessons, right? They regret that shit, right? Okay, so that's the 13 portals that we're going to open up for today with the community helpers, the emotions, the entities, and the legal laws, all right? I'm not going to pull 4 out, and I'm not going to prolong it, okay? Again, this is for educational and entertainment purposes, but I've got some things I got to do, and this right here, it feels good to be back in this flow, but not to get engulfed in it, because these portals can take you to a whole nother round, baby, if you let them, if you're on that frequency. So everyone who's on this frequency, I need y'all to be taking notes, and in your lives and in your lifestyle, do what you got to do to make whatever situations come to life, because what's happening is, again, we're all putting pieces of a puzzle back together, and we're the main puzzle pieces, right? Okay, so here's our beautiful community helpers. Boom, 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 boom. Let's put them on up, right? We thank them. Put them to the side, right? All right, let's get some energy in for these family members, okay? Let's welcome in the family. Let's see what's going on with the family. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Whomever you are, welcome in. Okay, this is for yes, no, maybe. Welcome on in, welcome yourselves in. Welcome your energy in, make yourself known. All right. And as I talk to you, I'm speaking to the energies and spirits that I feel coming around me as well. Okay, so when I'm like, welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, absolutely. I've already welcomed you in, and I'm welcoming and new people that may pop in on this video. But keep in mind, I also welcome in the spirits and energies that I feel coming in. Like I'm getting a little bit nippy right now. I do have my back door open to allow the air to flow through, but this is a different type of nippy that I feel. Y'all ever see that movie? What's it called? When the little boy was like, The Sixth Sense, when he was like, I see dead people. If you never seen the movie, that I ain't gonna tell you the spoiler alert. That ain't my place. That ain't my place, but you need to watch that movie. Ooh. All right, so let's get some family members out here. We're gonna pull out 4 family members. We're going to pull out 4 of them. 4 beautiful family members are going to come on out with their energy and just let us know that they're in our atmosphere. They're in our energy. They could be karmic. They could be divine. They could be just here, letting us know that they're here, okay? Whichever way this may go. All right, so let's get to the bottom of the family. Who's here? That's a blank there. Let's see. We got a grandpa energy that's coming on out. So you have a grandpa energy that's in the energy that I'm feeling. Spiritual guide. All right, there's a spiritual guide here. Connect you to your ancestral roots. Could be part of a family lineage. Okay, provides wisdom with truth. Traditional, no illusions. Protective, strong, and healing. Being that this is a grandpa energy, this energy can come in any kind of form. Okay, beloveds? It doesn't necessarily have to be a human or a human being. Okay? This could come through you. Messages could come through you through a grandpa energy or a grandpa energy that's just something giving you wisdom with truth. It could be a bulletin. You could be driving in your car, you see certain words or a certain license plate, right? It could be a certain animal, the way that you feel when it is speaking to you, not speaking to you when it is speaking to you. The way you look at the trees, the way they blow in the wind, the way you watch the rhythm of how it's blowing in the wind, the way you listen to that bird chirp, okay? All right. So this energy is bringing you no illusion. It's very traditional, old school type energy. Okay. Ooh, very protective and strong. I love that. All right. Beautiful. I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. Oh yeah, there's something about you. All right. Let's see. Let's cut the deck in half and see who we got. We got your aunt-in-law. Okay. We got your aunt-in-law that came out in this energy. An aunt-in-law. All right, and that's all it is. It's just an aunt-in-law that's in your energy. Okay. Well, if you want to take it a little further, remember the community helper that came out. The first one was they set you up, but regret that shit. So it could be a grandpa energy that's definitely telling you that something or someone set you up, but they regret it. Or the grandpa energy could be in the mix of setting you up, but they regret it, right? You got an aunt-in-law, same thing, right? They're letting you know that you got set up and they regret that shit, or they was part of it, or they're letting you know that that happened, right? All right, we got your dad in their energy. Your dad could have set you up and regret it, or could know of it. You dig what I'm saying? Come on, Daddy. You got to get up off of this deck now. Dad trying to stay stuck to the family. Dad energy trying to stay stuck to the family. Dad energy could definitely be part of the they set you, because the way the dad energy tried to stay stuck to this deck, right? Or it could be extra protective. You never know. Could just be extra protective. We got a mom energy out here, right? You got a mom energy. Let me get her on out. Mom energy is nurturing energy, okay? Healing, balance, wholeness, trust, protection, support. Off with their fucking heads is what this mom energy is about. Very vulnerable and has intuitive guidance. So what I mean by when I say off with their fucking heads, it's like a queen energy, right? Willing to do anything for you. To make sure that your healing and your balance is restored, that trust is restored, that nurturing energy is restored upon you. That's what that means by off with their heads, beloved. All right. Oh, this is amazing. So you don't know if this mom energy could have been setting you up or regret that shit, or the mom energy knows of you being set up but regret that shit. Okay. All right, beloveds, let's get to the next tier or next portals we're going to open up. That was the family. That was the family. So remember, the whole theme is they set you up, but regret that shit. Okay, this is the whole thing. So let's get some zodiacs on out the building. Let's get some zodiacs out, okay? We're going to do zodiacs. Then we're going to do ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. And then we're going to move into music, universal laws, and then the yes, no, maybes. Okay? All right. That way we give each tier a chance, or each portal, each deck that I've created, a chance to come on out and just say what they have to say. Don't forget to take your breaks, right? Take your breaks. Allow yourself to just be. To just be and accept. Receive. Allow yourself to accept and receive. Right? especially those of us that have just been like, oh, okay, beautiful. We got a Gemini that shot on out. A Gemini was like, hold up, wait a minute, let me put something in it. I want to rock, I want to rock. All right. So Gemini is saying focus on the communication, adaptability, and curiosity. Or stay focused on it, okay? Or become focused on it, okay? Or Gemini, maybe you need to focus on it. Remember, we have every zodiac within us, right? May 21st through June 20th could be relevant. Gemini could be involved with you being set up and regret that shit, or the Gemini is getting set up and people regret that shit. You dig? Okay. So let's keep it moving. Let's get to the bottom of it. Gemini shot. I was like, whoa, we got winter solstice here. So we're already in autumn, right? We're in autumn. So winter solstice is around December 22nd. Maybe someone set you up and regret that shit around that time. They knew it was the return of light, the rebirth, the reflection, right? The shortest days and longest nights of the year. Freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. All right, so connect with nature ASAP. We need to meditate and journal a whole lot more. Okay, the cycles of life are honored during this time, and a lot of people, unfortunately, during this time are unalive. Whether they take themselves out mentally, believing in diseases, or allowing their bodies to succumb to those diseases, or they are taken out, okay? But cycles of life are honored. You release old karmic patterns and you set intentions for the new, all right? So something could have happened around winter solstice. A Gemini could have been involved, or it could have affected a Gemini. But they set you up and regret that shit. All right, next one is each star sign has its own unique constellation. I am absolutely learning about constellations right now, guys. Tap into constellations. So far, I'm learning about the 88 constellations. I've written up to about 45. I'm 44, so I know I'm on 44 or something like that. But it's fun learning. It's confusing, but it's also fun learning about stars, constellations, galaxies, planes, or planets. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, yo, I should have been watching Star Trek and Star Wars back in the day. Because now I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? But I'm getting it. I love those that are into anime. Anime teaches us a lot as well. So I rule over Geminis and Virgos. So you got Mercury that's like, whoa, I saw that Gemini that came out earlier, okay? Let me get them in line, or let me help them be more balanced or aligned, okay? We got the Hydra constellation that also came out, okay? So you got the Hydra constellation, which straddles the celestial equator. It is the biggest constellation of the 88 modern constellations. Water snake in Babylonian is symbolic to this Hydra constellation. Okay, so this Gemini could have been from the Hydra constellation. They set you up, but regret that shit. Could the Hydra constellation be in the energy of setting entities up and regret that shit? Or could the Hydra constellation have been set up? Well, we got the whole house system. The whole sign house system came out after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll pull 9. So this is 2,100 years old, making it the oldest form of house division. So could the Hydra constellation actually form this house system, right? Develop this house system as a form of manipulation, or not? I don't know. So all signs equal 30 degrees. Intercepted signs cannot occur using the whole system. It takes the entire system, or the entire span of the zodiac sign that appears on the ascendant at birth as first house. It determines houses for about 1,000 years after its inception. Okay? Alright, so portal number 7. You got Uranus out here. Uranus is coming out. Shout out to the planes that came on out. We got a constellation came out. Solstice came out. Dang, I only seen 2 two zodiacs, which is Gemini and Virgo. We got Uranus here. Ice giant, individuality, Chang, revolution, breakthrough, moment of clarity. All right. Portal number 8. We got a Libra in the energy. We got a Libra in the energy that could have gotten set up and others regretted, or the Libra could have been the one setting others up, but they regret that shit, okay? So this Libra, or we, need to focus on balance, social interaction, and fairness, okay? September 23rd through October 22nd, this is their season. So this is very imperative for Libras in general to be focusing on balance, social interaction, and fairness, right? When individuals meet and they be like, what's your sign? And you be like a Libra, you be like, oh, okay. The balancer, you set the scales even. But there's been a lot of imbalance, especially around a lot of different zodiacs, right? Portal number 9. Finish your projects. Maybe this Libra was working during a disseminating moon or a Gemini or whomever to finish their projects, but everyone should be focused on finishing projects, okay? So that's your 9 zodiacs that came on out for today that we pulled on out. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to go to ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. What letters and synchronizations could be involved with the situation of they set you up or regret that shit? Okay, let's see. Or what letters and numbers do you just need to be watching out for just in general, right? Let's see what's going on out here. Some of these are front to back. You might get a double whammy. Well, I'll go ahead and let you go ahead and see what that was. Then we'll get to the bottom of things, okay? So we got 666 or 6666. All right? Find balance between material and spiritual needs. Prioritize your self-care. Have harmony within yourself. And remember Ma'at, okay? All right? So even with someone being set up, right, reminder, find that balance between the material and the spiritual realm. All right? Because we're on a way higher frequency now. No pulling us back down. Oh, look at that. Wow. So we got 777 or 7777. You're on the right path for spiritual growth. Trust your intuition. Spiritual awakening is happening, okay? Divine protection is here, and so is your good fortune, all right? Let's get to the bottom of it, right? We forgot to get to the bottom of it. So we got DMV, which probably is number 4. Yes, that's number 4. All right, so we got the month of April could be relevant. Earthly order, stability, foundation. DMV, development, discipline, desire, mountain, millionaire, message, vitality, vision, vortex. Okay, so we also got, wow, the synchronizations is coming through. We got 999 or 9999. There's a completion of a cycle. That's what that represents, all right? Because you found the balance between the material and the spiritual needs, which was your 666, you remain on the right path for your spiritual growth. You trusted your intuition, all right? And you were having a spiritual awakening. Number 4 is relevant, okay? For someone, DMV, the letters DMV. And then because you focused on all that, there's a completion of a cycle, right? Now, new cycles are beginning. There's a completion of a cycle. Transition is here. Intuition, endings, income, Make space for new beginnings, beloved. We got the number 2 and the letters B, K, T. Balance, duality, partnership. February. All right. B, birthplace, body, balance. K, knowledge, key, kingdom. T, Thoth, tarot. Temper, okay? We got the letters G and H. Comment below what words, what first word come to mind with the letter G and H. Word, name, it don't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Portal number 7, Z and D. Comment which words, names come to mind with the letters Z and D. T and U. Ooh, here come the letters, y'all. Here come the letters. And this is portal number 9. K and J. All right. Ooh, wait. I wanted to keep going because I wanted y'all to see that next synchronization, but we're going to leave that where it's at. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. I want you to take the time to think of the first song that comes to your mind, right? Whatever that song might be is typically how you're feeling inside, or it might be a message from your higher being or your higher consciousness. All right, so that's a quick exercise that you could do within yourself, okay? So now we're going to tap into the music. Brought me to the music, okay? So we're going to pull out 9 songs for music. And we're going to see what kind of story the music is telling us about they set you up but regret that shit, okay? What is the music going to talk about today, y'all? They set you up but regret that shit. Or let's just let the music speak. But all right, so we got Marilyn Manson. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? All right, sweet dreams. We got Radioactive. Welcome to the new age. Imagine Dragons. Welcome to the new age. I love the beats, the drum. I love Imagine Dragons. I was actually listening to them this rising. Yes, indeed. All right, so we got 2 songs. All right, they regret that shit. They're drowning. And you like, I don't give a fuck. So they regret that shit. They set you up, but they regret that shit. They're drowning. A Boogie with the Hoodie. They're drowning. All right, and you on your Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. I don't give a fuck. Portal number 4, please and thank you. All right, alchemize that dark shit. Period. You alchemize that dark shit. So they set you up and regret it, but whatever they did, you alchemize that shit. Continue it. Continue it on, beloved. All right, so we got portal number 5. The water carries vibration too. So maybe, not maybe, this is for certain. Place music in water to see how the water reacts to the music. Talk to the water to see how it reacts to different tones, different things that you say, because it carries vibrations too. So the music is saying that we carry vibration through water, okay? That's beautiful. Portal number 6. Was I used in a satanic cult? So the music is asking whomever is within this situation of being set up or you set someone up. The music is saying, did you use me in a satanic cultish way? Okay, cultish, is that a word? I don't know. But did you use the music in a demonic way? Okay. And was it used with water? Ooh. Welcome to the new age. They drowning. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Portal number 7. Why are y'all so scared of Jay-Z? Oh, jeez. So, Jay-Z, did you set someone up but you regret that shit? And was it through the music? Being a satanic cult? Right? And did you do it through water? I remember that video with you and Ski-Yonsei. I don't remember the name of it, but y'all just, baby boy, stay on my mind. Mind. That joint. Woo-wee. That whole video didn't. Y'all just in general. Hey, to each his own though. That was portal number 7. We got portal number 8 is on demons. Okay, so that came after why y'all so scared of Jay-Z. Could it be because you all are demons? Okay, no matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. Damn, imagine dragons came through with that. Ooh, man. No matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. Wow, that's powerful. They set you up, but regret that shit. Portal number 9. We got Jeremiah. If we can be somewhere in the climate, as long as you around me, I swear that everything will be just fine. So you got somebody in this who don't regret feeling like being in their feelings. They like, if they on a Jeremiah with you. Whatever this is, I feel it. That's beautiful. And then you got super gremlins. Alright. Yeah, we could be superstars. God. Now it's not safe for you. You switched like a button a little bit. Oh man. So the music speaks heavy, okay? The music could have been directed at someone or something. Definitely through Jay-Z out there though. Wow, music. Wow. Overall though, they're drowning. And whatever decisions they made, they regret that shit and they're drowning. But you want to remain on your Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. I don't give a fuck. Remain on that because that's how you alchemize that dark shit. Alright? It's beautiful. 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 So that was Les Music. Let's get these universal laws out here and then we're going to get the yes, no, maybe questions on out. Alright, yes, no, maybe is when you're going to ask yourselves 3 questions. You can do it out loud. You in your own space. You in your own area. You in your own car. I don't know where you at. You at work. Whisper it real quick. But you want to make sure you say it out that throat if you can. Say it out that chakra. Say it out loud, alright? That's what the yes, no, maybes. Then we're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to hold it. You're going to release. And then you're going to ask that question. I'm going to pull the cards. Right now we're going to get into the universal laws because the universal laws always have the last say so. Remember, the first tier was they set you up, but they regret that shit, okay? Alright? Alright, here we go. Here's one universal law you need to keep in mind. Alright, I have not seduced anyone's wife or husband. So someone we already know what type of world we live in. If you're out there seducing someone's wife or husband, that's a big no-no. And if you haven't felt already the backlash from that, I'm pretty sure you are. There's not only sexually transmitted diseases that you have to worry about, but most importantly, there's spiritually transmitted diseases that are taking effect on a lot of entities out of here. A lot of beings, a lot of you, a lot of me, okay? Low vibrational people, entities, they use seduction through sex, through money, through whatever. And unfortunately, they go for someone else's wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, okay? That's the easiest way they could do it, by infiltrating their minds into making you look like you're not worthy enough to be in that relationship with that entity, and they gonna lay down that sloppy and that or they gonna pang or whatever they gotta do. They gonna do it to make sure they lock that down for a certain amount of time, and then they show their true colors. But by then, it's unfortunately it's too late. The clause is already in you. All right, so we got the 42 laws of Ma'at. All right, I'm gonna hold that right there. Those are inside of this universal law deck. Very imperative that we learn them. Thank you. Very imperative that we learn them. All right, learn them, study them, abide by them the best way that you can. Right? Learn them laws, and towers will continue to be destroyed. All right, don't seduce anyone's wife or husband. The towers are destroyed from the situation of them setting you up. All right, they regret that shit. All right, so make way for your new life. No more destruction or chaos. The old ways are collapsed. Got it? Good. Speaking of the demiurge, okay, this is the next card. The demiurge is destroyed. Okay, let's focus on those 42 laws of Ma'at. All right, the demiurge is destroyed. We have astral project. Oh, astral project. Damn. The demiurge is destroyed. Your towers are destroyed. So you're able to astral project. You're able to astral project. Okay? You're able to travel. You're able to astral travel. Okay? An intentional out-of-body experience known as OBE, in which the astral body travels throughout the astral plane. It allows the soul to explore and expand consciousness beyond physical limitations, connecting with the higher self. Y'all know that's right. Soul tribe. You're going to find your soul tribe there. Ooh, don't get me started. All right? And remember, earlier on, we need to focus on the communication with the meditation and the journaling, right? But you're going to find your soul tribe if you haven't already done so, right? You are your soul tribe, but you're going to find others who offer support, who provide insight, who mirror lessons you need to learn. They enhance your energy. They help you stay aligned, and their presence uplifts and is genuine support, all right? I have not used evil thoughts, words, or deeds. Them job jokers come, and they go. Okay? The thing to focus on is not being succumbed into the thoughts, the words, or the deeds. Don't allow yourself to go deep in those moments. Speaking from experience, it will tear you up and tear you down. Okay? Our own thoughts. It be us. The heavens are you, okay? The heavens, all of them, are you, okay? Don't ever forget that. I have not destroyed property belonging to God, okay? Well, with all the construction, destruction, and everything going on around here, there has been some destruction of property belonging to God, but it's not too late to stop. Right? That contract ain't going to save you from leaving this realm of illusions. You will be stuck here. Same things over and over and over again, right? Which is draining life from within your family's lineage, bringing sicknesses and diseases upon your family because you destroyed property belonging to God. Um, Portal number 10, karmic retribution. If you destroy property belonging to God, or karmic retribution is just causes from your past actions, whether they're good or bad. That's why I write stuff down on these on these cards. It's what I want to say. I'm a writer, so when I speak and communicate, sometimes it does not come out as freely and as what's the word I'm looking for? Not flawlessly. Begin with an F. Fluently. See what I'm saying? But when I write, I have time to think. So that's why I write stuff down. Okay. So karmic retribution it has an effect on your present and your future. It is transformed through personal growth or positive actions. All right. Good or bad. What is that? Right or wrong? You dig what I'm saying? It's the energy that you put in and how it affects others. So to a certain extent, there is a right and a wrong. There's legal laws and then there's universal laws. Legal laws, wrong. Universal laws, right. Portal number 11. I have not carried away food or energy. Okay? Oh. So if we're overeating, right? Overeating or overusing our energy, that's not a great thing at all. That's not a righteous thing, right? Eat your share. And I'm smiling because I was overeating. Fuck you, glazed donuts. Fuck you. I don't want to see a damn donut again. Bear with me. Portal number 12. I have not worked evil. Okay? I have not worked evil. Okay? And don't let evil work you. Alien. Shoot. Alien expands horizons. Quest for knowledge and understanding. Personal growth. Celestial guidance. Reflects on encounters. Embrace new perspectives on life. Dives deeper in subconscious and transformational energy. Ooh wee. They try to set up an alien. Confirmation. Who is part of a soul tribe that can astral project. That destroyed the demiurge and also destroyed towers within their own being. Because they studied the 42 laws of Ma'at and they have not seduced anyone's wife or husband. They don't want nothing belonging to nobody else. Or, see, that's another thing. You can't say something or someone belongs to you. You can't claim another entity. And you can't do that, right? Y'all can be in each other's energy, but that person is that person and you are you. That person belongs to themselves, and you belong to yourself. Alright, so, yes, no, maybe. Take a deep breath in, baby. Hold it. Release. Go ahead and ask yourselves, go ahead and ask yourselves your first question. Make sure it's short, right? But make sure it's clear and concise. Even if it is long, make sure it's clear and that you stand on your question. That's why I say it out loud. Whatever it is, say it out loud. It's just you. All right, here comes the answer. Ain't nothing there. Here's your answer. No, this energy is not protecting you. So, whatever your question was or is, the answer is no. That energy is not protecting you. All right, take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Go ahead and ask that second question, beloved. Ask that second question. Get it on out. All right, here's your answer. You got a yes. All right, third question. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Ask that question loud and proud. Go ahead and ask that question. Say it out loud. Here's your answer. Ain't nothing there. Get that question out. Here's your answer. You control your destiny. You control your destiny, no one else. All right, not me, not him, not her, not them, not they, not we, not us. I don't give a damn. You control your own destiny, beloved. All right, no one else. And with that being said, I rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected my way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever they sent our way. And then it's sent back to its source because we are sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness are all cut, and they are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. We are sovereign. We are sovereign. We are sovereign. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Now you want to make sure that you say that in increments or whatever prayer you have. You want to say it in increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation, your dream, or your vision come alive. Now let's go ahead and get these job jokers up out of here and back into their avatars or back into wherever state they came from. But we thank them, right? We thank you and we honor you for coming and sharing your light, your love, your joy, your anger, letting us know that y'all regret that shit, letting us know that we were set up but they regret that shit. But we just want to thank you for the opportunity to release you now that we know. All right? Let's get it. You are released. Thank you. Thank you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. You are released, babies. All right. And with that being said, much peace, much light, much love, but especially much darkness. Damn, darkness. Oh, this sucked. Darkness.